Hello everyone. Welcome to the Storytelling in a Pandemic Week 12. I don't know if you all read the description, but today I'm going to dedicate this session to the learning that I have had since my childhood. As today is the day of victory of good over evil, and I just thought as we all go through these difficult times, it just makes perfect sense for all of us um, to think of all the good things and get rid of our negative energies. And so, um, I'm going to talk about the relevance of today, which is in my culture back in India, to many is about Durgashtami, Navami, Navratri, and the commencement of a festival, which is a 9 day long festival wherein people dance each night and celebrate the fight that goddess Durga had. And today was the day when she attained victory over evil, the demon Mahishasura, which is, as you say, a demon. Um, so, yeah, today's day is dedicated to that. And as I'm away from home, in my new home, but a lot of people back in India are celebrating this day with their loved ones, families, spreading around good vibes, positive energy. I thought I'll dedicate today's session to that. So here you see a very Indian mythological character, or goddess Durga as we all call her, with multiple hands, and who talks about feminine power for love, rage, patience, prosperity, and a lot of things. The womanly qualities, feminine qualities, and how she had, like, for 9 days. 9 days literally means 9 incarnations of her, and each incarnation talks of a different quality that feminine power or females have, and how it's celebrated and worshipped in India. Today is also the day of when Ram um, killed Ravan, but I do not quite um, empathize with that story, as myself being a woman, female figure. I am more towards understanding of this female character of power, love, and energy. So while I'm just talking all this, I should also give a little brief about what this project is about, as I just get into the skeleton, like the bones of this. So storytelling in a pandemic session is a project that I had taken up during the pandemic, of course, but which was also supported by Canada Council for the Arts through their Digital Originals grant. And I'm very grateful for the support through which I'm able to go live and perform in front of my amazing Facebook audience and explore this new gadget called Oculus Quest that I'm wearing. You see me wearing each week, every Sunday at 11 a.m., and perform this live in front of you. Here. So today I have used a function called mirror, which you see this line here, this grid, which actually gives me the mirror effect. So I'm just drawing once, but kind of duplicates on either sides, and that's how you see it. growing. And I think today I'm going to talk less and just contemplate of this energy, this feeling that I have today, just looking at friends and family celebrating today at home. So as I develop this, you'll be able to see more of it. But feel free to post your comments, questions on here, on my Facebook. Feel free to share it, like it, as your feedback is really very important to me. I have been learning a lot through that, and I will continue to do that if I get amazing feedback from you all as I've been getting. So she's adorned. She's adorned with jewels and whatnot. And I'm just gonna try and create what I've seen as a child as I grew up, and I see it even today. Each of her, so she I think, as I always empathize with her, being a very multitasker, um, feminine character as a woman, as a mother, as a sister, as a wife, as a daughter-in-law, as a professional, as a practicing doctor or artist or teacher or whatever her profession is, and she has like multiple roles to fulfill all the time, and that's how it's denoted through this multiple hands. Today is also a day when I, as a child, have worshipped um, tools. Through the story, I've come to know that these tools are actually the tool that goddess Durga used to kill the demon. But so we call it Shastra. However, my father had always explained me it in a much broader sense that tool to one is not just weapons. It's all those tools that you use in everyday life. So since a very young age, I have been worshipping, or just taking care of my tools such as my paints, my paintbrush. Today I'm going to worship my Oculus Quest, and I think I'm already by um, denoting this session to it. Here. Today there are going to be multiple tools that I use in one go, as I do always. But I'm just a little careful of how I do this today. I don't know. There's this different energy as I do this. Not necessarily being very careful, but then there are also people whose religious sentiments are attached to this figure, and I want to make sure I do not hurt or um, project them in a wrong way. So just being a little conscious of what I do and how I do. Let us adorn her with beautiful jewels first, I think. Yeah, and which also comes with here. This thing is really huge. Durga Puja or Navratri is really huge in northwestern part of India. But each place in India kind of has different ways to celebrate it. The place that I studied at, which is Baroda, Gujarat, we used to have 9 nights of dance and celebration. Each night we would dance, we would get dressed in a very traditional attire and kind of dance for like 4 or 5 hours straight. And it's a very particular dance called Garba or Ras that you do in a circular manner. Like, so there's a circular pattern that people dance in, and it's kind of a repetitive form. Let me just take you closer to this as we do this. And this is beautiful. This one, we try. Okay, yeah, this one, which I would like to adorn her with this beautiful bindi on her forehead. I'm going to take you away from it and show you how that looks. And her eyes. But they need not be this. Here. So for people who just joined, I've made a note on what I'm doing today. Um, but for the ones who've just joined for the first time, welcome to the Storytelling in a Pandemic session 12. We are in week 12 now, and each week I've been drawing digitally in this virtual reality space through Oculus Quest. Oh, sorry. Here. And creating live using different tools and sharing with my lovely audience here on what this pandemic has made me explore, which is this beautiful world out there. I know we are confined to homes, we are confined to four walls, but this space is literally allowing me to explore beyond that. And yeah, I'm thankful to have explored this tool. And with the support from Canada Council for the Arts, the Digital Originals Grant, I'm able to do these live sessions each week and share as much as I can things that I'm learning. But I also need to know your feedback, so feel free to comment, share with your friends on Facebook, and let me know what you think. If I should continue this each week beyond 16 weeks, I'm still in two minds and thinking if I should do the same thing or if I should come up with something new. So here she is adorned with this beautiful jewelry. Um, and to that, let's get her the first tool in her hand. What do you say? Before that, I need to go to the straight edge, and in fact, not have this mirror. Um, you know what? I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna finish things that I need first using the mirror tool, as I do not want to just go on and off with it. So let's get on to these details first. So as I said, this day kind of talks about the victory of good over evil. To me, the first thing that came was just victory on coronavirus. That is what we need desperately now, and everything else can be dealt with after. Um, so just sending my positivity, positive vibes to you all through this today's session. Let me know what you think, how it went, or how it's going. Um, like in my comment box or after in my direct messages. I've been receiving a lot of feedback through that each week, so I'm glad. Thank you everyone who's sending me those amazing messages, and that really helps me to understand what I could do better and how I could improve. Yeah, I really love this tool, and it talks about the beautiful energy that this figure, this character is supposed to have. Animates her. Maybe animate her little hair. Let's do that. So yeah, I really miss not having those beautiful nights of Navratri, getting dressed and not being able to dance and celebrate. But I've not done that since I moved to Canada. Although there are places, there are a lot of places in Canada where they celebrate this. They have this amazing indoor Navratri festival, which I haven't so far. Um, and I was hoping I'll go this year, and it did not happen because of the pandemic. So, voila, maybe next year. There. Okay, I think pretty much okay, let's finish the hands part before I take off the mirror. Oops. Stir, and yeah, okay. So in each hand, she's holding a tool, and it signifies signifies a lot of things. Like she holds a trishul, which is the weapon or the tool that she killed the demon with. But I think in today's days, I'm gonna kind of signify her to today's woman, today's feminine figure, and not necessarily she holds all those same things that they once held. Before that, let us get to decorate it a little bit more. And I really like the blue color, of course. Let's get. And maybe a little bit on the eyes as we do that. Hmm. And in Kolkata or even back in Baroda, there's this place where they would have this beautiful pandal decoration, which is like the stage decoration, and it would have so many amazing things. Um, they would come up with like themes and um, yeah, a lot of effort goes into these 9 nights or just organizing these 9 nights. From what I know, like in our university days, we have this. So in Baroda, the Faculty of Fine Arts organizes 9 days Garba just for its students and alumni, and a lot of efforts goes into the prep, and they have their own individual dancing steps which they kind of teach all the freshers who come in for the first year. um, so you have to learn those, and that goes on for like several weeks before even the Navratri begins. And that's the whole fun part where the freshers kind of also get to know their seniors or the other classmates. And it's yeah, it's really nice. It kind of bonds people over this 9 days, and not just mere celebration, but with some purpose, which I think a lot of Indian culture and the festivals come up with. Um, I should mention this. Like when I was in India, I would get super tired with all the festivals that we celebrate because there's so much of it. But since I've moved to Canada, I really um, kind of missed that. So next month we have this New Year celebration or Diwali celebration, which is full of sweets, and each house will have its own schedule and timeline of making these sweets and gathering and whatnot. So yeah, I think as I've moved away from all of that, I really miss that at times. Okay, so I think we're pretty much there. And before I take off this mirror now, I think I can bring it back later on when I need, but there it goes. And one thing I want to do is have a jewelry piece. Who knows? Which tool do I have? Okay, perfect. Yeah, it looked incomplete without that. Okay, and let's get on to the first tool. So first tool is definitely, as I said, is Trishul, which has like this three. Oh, that's the reason it's called Trishul, because it has this three spike kind of a thing, which is sharp enough to kill the demon, as per the story. in the next one, I'm gonna have. I'm actually gonna see if I can do some flower. It's usually the lotus, but whatever I have today, I'm gonna use that. Few details. It's going to be. Okay. And the other one, I need suggestions. Are you gonna people live seeing this? Do you have suggestions of what tools I should make holding her in her hands? Let me know if there are any specific ones that you want to see. So, or else I'm gonna just keep on doing. But as I said, thank you everyone, whoever has joined in for this storytelling in a pandemic um, session. Today's session is dedicated to celebration and the victory of good over evil, and that's fire or the light, as one wants to look at it. And I just thought I'll have like what do you say? A paintbrush in one. So let me do that. And straight edge. As those are the tools that I use to communicate or to express, and I cannot not have those. And then have stethoscope and pay due respect to our frontline workers and doctors who are working hard to save our lives, putting theirs in risk. Oops, let's do it. Do I have the straight edge? Yeah. And in one, I want to show a book which denotes knowledge or teachers who are also doing an amazing job in difficult times, times when they have to adapt to new teaching methods. Um, And it's amazing how few of my friends who teach and I know are doing amazing job. Okay, let me try it the other way. Mm, no, need a little bigger one. Okay, maybe a paper, and I'll just do it later on. Otherwise, I'm going to take too long to just finish that. So we need more tools. Does anyone have any suggestions, or anyone wants to tell me what we could do? Before I think I'm gonna have a little something more to add on with. Yeah, and I think I can just take a lot of time to just keep on doing this. So I want to know if there are any suggestions, if you would like to see anything more on this. If not, I'm just gonna keep on doing this for a bit and then finish it later on and share it with you all on my Instagram account and on Facebook here for you to watch and let me know what the finished version looks like. But in the meantime, thank you so much, all of you, for joining and motivating me to do this each week. I think this has really helped me actually keep sane during these crazy times, and I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, as I said, I can just keep going on with this. But feel free to like, comment, share with your friends on Facebook, and let me know if you would like to see something else and how you found today's session. If you would like to learn a little bit more about the technology that I'm using, it's called virtual reality, and the gadget that I'm using is called Oculus Quest. They've also launched their second, I think, upgraded version of this recently. And I hope you all get to experience this. So I'm just gonna kind of move this around and show you how this looks. And as I was talking about the pandal or the background, I think I should do quickly something to add on to the background. And for that, I think I'm going to use the mirror. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, no, let's try another one. Where is that? Yeah, this with beautiful. Let's try something's yellow. Let's try something in between. Yeah, this gives that look of firecrackers. isn't it? Okay, do a little more to make it look grand. Yeah. And I think I just need one thing to make that difference clear. Um, I think in black. Here. So I don't know if you've heard of this, but we can call her Durga, Kali, um, Mahagauri. I don't know. I've just learned these names as I never paid much attention to things while I was back there. But now I'm reading more stories and learning more. Um, Here, bring you closer to her. And may she fulfill all your wishes and may she give you the strength to overcome all the negativity in your life, um, and fill it with all the good things, positivity. As I said, my learning from this was to contemplate and make sure the negativity within oneself is worked upon and does not exist, because that's what creates the most conflict in our own selves. And Kali means black, and that's what her color is. Like she's dark skinned goddess. One more thing, quickly, quickly. Am I past my time, please? Yep. Okay, pretty much there. I'll do this quickly. Where is this tool? Uh, Pretty nice. Okay. Great. With this, I wish you all a very happy Dasara, Vijayadashmi, and thank you so much for watching today's session. I wish you more strength and may you conquer your negative thoughts and have a much more positive day ahead and time ahead. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week, Sunday at 11 a.m. with another story. And thank you once again. See you all next week. Take care and have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye.